Today, for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15, we will talk about Bitcoin and whether we will find one last FU dump in January. We will talk about specific price targets, the likelihood, and even more important, DaVinci J15's game plan for that. And now, a lot of people have been requesting it. Always Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Yes, it's our favorite, but so many people started to request to have a look at the altcoin section. So what we are going to do right now with DaVinci J15, we will look at the Bitcoin dominance here on the Bitcoin dominance chart and the likelihood of Bitcoin actually breaking this 67% support level on the dominance chart to the downside, which means that the altcoin season would probably start, or if Bitcoin will actually gain more dominance towards the all-time high, maybe even towards the halving. We will talk about all of that and, of course, what would be an altcoin episode without TA on Ethereum in the end. And we can already tell you this TA might probably surprise you heavily. So right now, timestamps in the description down below. But now we want to come to the most important question of the day. DaVinci J15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, man. I need to get back to the gym, though, right? You got to take me out to work out with you, man, or the Schwarzenegger sort of style, right?
I lost so many games. I lost so many games, but today in your live stream, I actually saw some people commenting that your shape looks much, much better than before. So shout out to you, man. You have been working on yourself, and we can clearly see that already. So keep on hustling, man. Keep on hustling. Thanks for all the love towards DaVinci, his YouTube channel in the description down below as well. And now, DaVinci, the moment we have been all waiting for. Can you please pull up the charts and share your specific thoughts on Bitcoin before we go into altcoin?
Yeah, well, Bitcoin is ready to take off. I wouldn't say take off, but start its ascent pattern, right? I would say it would be more accurate, ascent pattern. Right? So what we're looking for is for it to break out of this wedge pattern, of course, this descending, either you could call it a bull flag, really, or this weekly bull flag, or a wedge, triangle wedge pattern. But I like it. I think we're going to break this thing. But I've noticed that Bitcoin doesn't like to end a move without some sort of blow off top or blow off bottom. See how right here we got this blow off bottom? I feel that we're due for like one last real FU move right up to right. So I'm a little nervous to say that, you know what, this is the actual bottom and we're never going to go past it. So I would be careful with your stop losses here, because there is a saying in the commodities traders pits that and then the banks went for the stops, right? So if you want, I would suggest you put a lot of stink bids at the last local low, right, to see if you can catch some cheap Bitcoin before we actually start to fly. So here at the $6,425 level, I think, yeah, you can probably get some cheap Bitcoin, or you could start costing in a little bit after. If you want to feel be brave, you cost in after the 6,800 level. Once it gets to 6,800, you start, sprinkling some buys here and there. Like, I'm going to buy here at 67, 66, and so forth, all the way down, so that you get an average of this buy zone with your cash. Please do that with cash only, so that, you're not, even if Bitcoin were to just continue dumping, Bitcoin's not going to zero, and it's not going to last that very long in these lower parts down here. So you still got Bitcoin at a decent price. So just like, even if it dumps into you and you're like, I'm sure you're going to be feeling like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm buying these things and it's going down. Don't feel like that. You are buying at the low, not at the high. So just let it go, and let's see you on the moon.
Yes, we will all meet each other at the moon. Thanks, DaVinci. And also, to put that together, sometimes people are only looking at the thumbnail, only looking at the title, and then they think we are only bullish, only bearish. To put that together, what that means, actually, guys, is that there is a big dump is likely in January, which does not mean that we are not bullish. DaVinci, in fact, said that there is a high likelihood of us breaking this bullish pattern towards the upside. We only need according to him, and actually, I want to share this opinion. We need some kind of washout. We need some more people to be washed out, that we can go like to the moon, break out of that pattern, which will be probably a massive breakout with not so many people on board, because usually it's not the most amount of people making the most amount of gains. So if you're watching that, definitely, if you want to spot buy dollar cost average Bitcoin, that might be a good thing. If you somehow want to do some leverage trades, please like maybe take it on the lower side of the leverage, because high leverage, if that dump comes, will just wipe you out completely, and you don't want to stick there without any money left once Bitcoin actually takes off. So Da Vinci, thank you so much. But I saw it today on your stream and also on our channels a lot. So many people talking about altcoins. So can you maybe share, and I know you have a very specific opinion about that, your thoughts on the maybe upcoming altcoin season? And yeah, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, well, I really think that altcoins have reached a bottom here. Let's start off with the Bitcoin dominance. Because it gives us, like, the chart gives us an indication that here we saw like a takeoff, but it's not really getting any momentum on the weekly. Yeah, of course, if we go down to the daily, we might say, well, Da Vinci, this looks like a flag, a bear bull flag, right? No, you know what? You could see that we're below the 13 EMA on the daily. Looks like we're trying to catch back up on there. Yeah, we could pop off a little bit more higher on the on this chart, right? But I really think that Bitcoin price is going to test the dominance. Bitcoin dominance is going to test the 67% level, and if it tests it enough times, it's going to break it to the downside, and then that means we're going to see altcoins start to rally. How many weeks before we can see that? February timeframe is generally where we will see things really start to take off. And look, if we come back into this zone, what's it called, the pocket zone. The point of control here is at 68% or 69%. If the market comes back into test the value, this is where value is on the volume profile, there's an 80% chance it's going to retest below value. And I think we are going to come back in here. And once we do test below value, that's a test that might go, okay, well, bounce back up over it, or fail and come all the way down to the 38.2, which would not shock me at all, that we come down to what was the 68% line.
And let me put something in. As you said, if Bitcoin were to break out of that bullish pattern and Bitcoin goes up, but still the dominance goes down, that means that the altcoins are even more going up. That does not mean when the dominance is going down, it doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin is going down. Bitcoin can go up, and yet still the dominance can go down. Please keep that in mind, guys.
Exactly. And Bitcoin, some people say, well, Bitcoin has to go sideways or down in order for the alts to go up, and that's not true, right? You've noticed that in the last bull run, Bitcoin was going up, and the alts were going up as well, actually faster than the Bitcoin price. So that's an example of it. So yeah, I really think that Bitcoin could also go slowly higher as it tries to ascend out of its bottom, and then get to then the altcoins get a chance to rally.
I want to put something out just for 30 seconds. Can you zoom out on the dominance chart just very quickly? So what I wanted to show the audience is, if you look here in the March 2017, you can basically see that the Bitcoin dominance dropped severely to the downside. And please, you can go and fact check that on TradingView. On the exact day Bitcoin broke the all-time high. So on the exact day Bitcoin broke the all-time high, actually the altcoins were gaining momentum. But now, think back in time, if you were there at the last bull market, Bitcoin was still moving to the upside. I mean, it broke the all-time high at $1,300, and then it still went to 20,000. So it doesn't mean Bitcoin wasn't a good buy, Bitcoin wasn't a good hold, it was an amazing hold. Still, the altcoins were just gaining more momentum. So that's actually what you have to keep in mind. When the Bitcoin dominance is crashing down like crazy, it's not bearish for Bitcoin, it's just more bullish for altcoin. And now, Da Vinci, yeah, fine. Let's start, and let's see what your Ethereum thoughts are actually right now, because so many people are interested in it, especially with DeFi and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I really think Ethereum is really centralized, but it doesn't matter. It's still a good solution. I think we'll actually learn from this, and then probably build a decentralized solution from all the mistakes that Ethereum went through. And people are always working on coming up with the best solutions for a system that's with smart contracts. So it's a very necessary product, and I think we will one day break through and come up with a decentralized solution. But for right now, centralized means is the way to go. And as you can see, there was no love here. There's absolutely none. It looks like crap. But if we zoom in a little bit, this looks like, oh my God, Da Vinci, didn't you say when the market smiles at you, right, it's ready to take your money? And yeah, I did say that, but you have to notice something here. We're near we're near a bottom, closer to a bottom than a top. Like, come on. If it's an Ming up here,
it's much closer.
It's much more powerful way down here. And so, yeah, you could say that, but also these M patterns do this, what's called AB equals CD, right, as your target objective, right? Sometimes the target objective is like the same length of this from the top to bottom. But if you see it roll off of the AB equals CD, that's also considered what's called a trade location. So we have bounced off of that clearly, and that means we are could be heading a lot higher. Also, let's take a look at the volume profile. Yeah, the volume not really saying much with whether or not buyers are coming in. It doesn't say that we have buyers coming in, so I can't really say anything there. But let's just see if we have a divergence in the between here. We do have divergence, but they haven't been confirmed. So that means you really don't take a trade off of this until it's confirmed. You could also draw that to here as well. And then basically we have to confirm it by going higher on the MACD oscillator than this point up here.
That can take some time, right?
So that's going to take a lot of time because the oscillator is rolling over, unfortunately. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to roll over and die. It could do something like this and continue up higher. So don't think that this means it's, oh my God, Ethereum is going to die. It's going to go further. I really think that Ethereum has basically bottomed here. Alrighty. So
yes. I mean, that sounds extremely interesting. You were saying it a little bit bored, but if it would come to be true what you are saying, that Ethereum have bottomed, then that could have some really significant gains attached to it. Hopefully, but guys, please do not speculate with your whole money on that. You know, Bitcoin is risky. Now think about how risky it is to make leverage trading or so on Ethereum. So you definitely want to make sure if you are trading on Ethereum against Bitcoin or Ethereum against USDT, you have to make sure that you are a very experienced trader and that you know what you are doing. So Da Vinci, before we go into some updates, especially regarding Pandora's Wallet, which hopefully no one wants to miss out, I can already tell you it's some interesting stuff going on there. Not everything is public yet, but it's very interesting. So before we do that, I want to say something. Everyone who wants to take advantage of that situation, especially of the probably upcoming altcoin season, hopefully, if it's in 1 month or 4 months or 5 months, who knows. If you want to do that, make sure you are experienced, but then with our link, you can not only get the $90 bonus, you can also make sure to get all the future bonuses. Sometimes they do $200, sometimes $100, sometimes $50. You can get all of them in the future here by using that link. Please read the disclaimer, very important. But then you can also trade Ethereum XRP by using that link here in the pin comment. 24 seconds to set up the account, and you are eligible for this bonus and for all future bonuses. And now, Da Vinci, do you have any updates to share? I know you are heavily working on Pandora's Wallet still, day and night, actually.
Yeah, we're going to be adding new coins for the end of next week. We have like at least one coin ready for the next week, and we hope to have a lot more. And yeah, and then we'll be working on other things to surprise you. But the main thing that we're going to be working on and focusing on is atomic swaps. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically allowing people to trade between two people that you don't know each other and you don't trust each other, but you want to make sure that the trade goes through once you've agreed on a price. And so the way that's done internally is called an atomic swap, where at no point in time where if his computer turned off or your computer turned off or something like that happened that breaks the trade, that somebody is held without their does not receive what they agreed upon, right? So the basically it's either you trade or nothing at all. Basically, that's what atomic swap means. You make the trade or not at all, and that's it. And so that's what we're going to be working on next, and to add in the ability to eventually do trades inside Pandora's wallet directly with other people by providing advertising. Hey, I'm selling it at this price. If you want to buy it, you can buy it directly, and you can just leave your Pandora's wallet software running, and then somebody would eventually take your order and buy your coins, and you don't have to worry about someone stealing it or anything like that, because it's just atomic swap across the internet, and that's it.
It's a decentralized exchange somehow. You are holding your own private keys, and still you are trading with other people without having something like a central institution, like an exchange, holding your coins actually, and then exchanging it with other people. You are yourself, by signing with your private key, trading with someone else by using the atomic swaps, and that's actually something very great. It adds a lot of security.
Yeah, I have one more thing to add. We will be using a token, most likely, to do because some coins don't have support atomic swaps, so we'll be using a token to help support the swaps. And so that is not quite decentralized because we have our servers, of course, but we do plan to move it to decentralized, right? So with a token, because the only way to do it with decentralized is with a token, because we need to incentivize people to decentralize it, right, with a token. And so by providing a token, right, that token, you actually put in your, or let's just say we need servers. Like, for example, we need, nodes of Batacoin or Bitcoin. And so you get paid in that token to run the node so that other people can do trades with you, with other people, and be able to send the broadcast their trades on the network that you are running, the node that you're running, and that you're getting paid for. And then it becomes a completely decentralized solution once we do provide that token. Now, that token will be only given to people who only given to people who own Pandora's wallet right now, and because in the future when we do sell the token, we can't sell it to Americans. So if you're an American, that will be the only way you can get that token, is to buy Pandora's wallet ahead of time. And everybody will be getting, everyone who's got a subscription will be getting those tokens ahead of time, and then everybody else will have to buy it.
Link in the description down below. That being said, Da Vinci, thank you so much for today's episode. It was really exciting, especially talking finally about some altcoins again. Really, really great. And yeah, for everyone watching right now, leave your favorite altcoins in the comment section down below. And the ones with the most upvotes, we will actually pick up for one of the next episodes. That being said, Da Vinci, any last words to share before we wrap up today's episode?
Always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for supporting us also here by using our affiliate links in the pinned comment. So that being said, we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. Bybit tutorial is popping up right here, and our subscription box is popping up right here. We will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye-bye.